You are now listening to the Vegan Stuff podcast with Caavakushi.
Hosting this podcast today are our two AI hosts, Sam and Kim. If you simply can't get enough of us, go to caavakushi.com and sign up for our vegan newsletter and get our free 7-day high-protein vegan meal plan. And we also have some good news. We will be releasing our first ever cookbook pretty soon, so stay tuned. Hey, don't forget to follow us on our socials too.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Vegan Stuff with Caavakushi. I'm Sam.
I'm Kim.
And today we are diving deep into the plant-powered world of a true legend, Novak Djokovic.
Ooh, exciting.
For our vegan listeners, this one's going to be especially insightful as we unravel how a vegan lifestyle has propelled this tennis titan to the top of his game.
It is fascinating how Djokovic's journey with plant-based eating began long before it became, like a global phenomenon.
Yeah.
His connection to this lifestyle goes all the way back to his childhood in Serbia.
You mean he wasn't always serving up aces on a vegan diet? I had no idea.
Well, no, not exactly. He actually started by simply reducing his animal product intake as a kid.
Okay.
But the real turning point came in 2010 when he fully embraced a plant-based diet. And get this, it wasn't just a personal preference.
Oh.
Yeah, it was triggered by some serious health challenges he was facing.
Okay, now that's intriguing.
Yeah.
We know Djokovic is incredibly disciplined, but what was going on that led him to completely overhaul his diet?
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine this. You're at the top of your game, a rising star in the tennis world, and suddenly you're plagued by persistent health issues that are impacting your performance.
Ugh, the worst.
Right. Djokovic was constantly falling ill before or during matches, even having to forfeit some because of it.
Oh, no.
Turns out he had allergies to gluten, dairy, and processed sugar.
A nightmare trio.
A nightmare trio for any athlete, let alone one competing at his level.
Wow, talk about a wake-up call.
I know, right?
So going vegan wasn't just about ethics for him at first, it was about reclaiming his health. That must have been a difficult transition, especially considering the misconceptions surrounding veganism and athletic performance back then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't an overnight transformation. It took real dedication to stick to this new way of eating and prove that a plant-based diet could actually enhance his performance.
And enhance it. It did. I mean, the guy is a machine. He credits his plant-based lifestyle for significant improvements in his health, especially with his respiratory issues and allergies. He's even gone as far as attributing much of his professional success to his diet. Can you imagine the uproar if he had said that 10 years ago?
Oh, totally. But it's a testament to how far we've come in understanding the power of plant-based nutrition. Back then, the idea of a top athlete thriving on a vegan diet was almost unthinkable. But Djokovic has shattered those misconceptions, proving that you can achieve peak performance and dominate the tennis world without relying on animal products.
Yeah, he is a true game changer, both literally and figuratively.
I love that.
But you know what I find truly inspiring? It's not just that he lives this lifestyle, but he actively promotes it too.
Right. He emphasizes that it's not just about the food on your plate. It's a whole philosophy, a conscious choice to live in a way that aligns with his values. And he's not afraid to use his platform to advocate for animal welfare and environmental sustainability.
And let's not forget his incredible vegan restaurant, Akita, in Monte Carlo. Oh, yeah.
It's not your average vegan joint.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's all about showcasing the diversity and deliciousness of plant-based cuisine using 100% organic, locally sourced ingredients. He's basically proving that vegan food can be gourmet, elegant, and appealing to even the most discerning palate. And the fact that he chose to open it in Monte Carlo, a playground for the rich and famous, is no coincidence. It's a strategic move to bring veganism into the mainstream and challenge the perception that it's just a fringe movement.
Totally. He's subtly changing the game by making plant-based dining a luxurious experience. It's like he's serving up veganism on a silver platter, and the world is taking notice. And he's very conscious of the language he uses too. He often prefers the term plant-based over vegan because he feels it's more approachable and avoids unnecessary negativity or judgment.
It's smart.
Yeah.
He understands that labels can be divisive, and he's all about inclusivity. He wants to invite people into this world, not alienate them. He's basically saying, hey, come try this amazing food experience, the benefits for yourself, and then let's talk. And that's so refreshing. It's not about preaching or forcing anyone into anything. It's about leading by example, sharing his passion, and letting the results speak for themselves.
And the results are pretty undeniable, wouldn't you say? His performance, his longevity, his overall well-being, it all speaks volumes.
Absolutely. He's like a walking, talking billboard for the power of a plant-based lifestyle. But, I think one of the things that makes Djokovic so relatable is that even with all his success, he's not afraid to be human. Remember that hilarious story about his first date with his wife, Jelena, and the steak tartare incident?
Oh, you mean when he accidentally ordered raw minced beef thinking it was just a regular steak?
Yes.
How could I forget?
It's just such a classic example of how even a tennis superstar can have some funny fumbles, especially when it comes to navigating the world of fine dining.
It's a good reminder that we're all learning and growing no matter where we are in life. And hey, maybe that experience played a part in sparking his interest in exploring different cuisines, leading him to discover the delicious world of plant-based eating. Talk about a silver lining, right?
Totally. Okay, friends, that's a wrap on part 1 of our Novak Djokovic deep dive. We've covered his early journey into plant-based eating, his commitment to a vegan lifestyle, and how he's leveraging his influence to change the game.
But there's so much more to uncover.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve into the specific ways Djokovic's veganism has fueled his athletic success and explore the ripple effects of his advocacy on the sporting world and beyond. You won't want to miss it.
Sounds good to me. But first, a quick word from our sponsor, Caavakushi.
Did you know we have a vegan search engine, a vegan forum, a vegan newsletter, and so much more coming soon? So why not check us out at Caavakushi.com.
Welcome back to Vegan Stuff with Caavakushi. It's amazing to see so many of you joining us for this deep dive into the plant-powered world of Novak Djokovic.
It's incredible, right? The response to this episode has been phenomenal. Clearly, you guys are just as fascinated by Djokovic's vegan journey as we are. So let's jump right back into it. Last time we left off talking about how Djokovic's plant-based lifestyle has not only transformed his health, but also his performance on the court.
And that's where things get really interesting. We've all heard those outdated myths about athletes needing meat for strength and endurance.
Yeah.
Well, Djokovic is single-handedly dismantling those myths match after match.
Yeah.
His dominance in a sport as demanding as tennis is a testament to the power of plant-based nutrition.
And his stamina is legendary. The guy is a human Energizer bunny, outlasting opponents even in the most grueling matches.
Yeah.
It's not just about muscle mass or brute force. It's about sustained, energy-efficient recovery and mental clarity, all areas where a vegan diet can make a huge difference.
Absolutely. In fact, there's a growing body of research showing that plant-based diets can actually reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and enhance oxygen delivery to muscles, all crucial factors for athletic performance. And Djokovic himself has said that his plant-based diet plays a key role in his ability to recover quickly from intense training and competition.
Speaking of recovery, I remember reading an interview where Djokovic talked about how his vegan diet helps him bounce back faster after matches. He specifically mentioned the anti-inflammatory properties of plant-based foods and how they help reduce muscle soreness and fatigue. It's like his body is a well-oiled vegan machine.
It makes you wonder if his opponents are secretly sneaking in some extra kale smoothies between sets trying to keep up with him. But jokes aside, the science backs him up. A recent study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that athletes following plant-based diets had lower levels of inflammatory markers compared to those consuming meat-based diets. And lower inflammation means faster recovery, less pain, and more time on the court performing at your peak.
That's incredible. It's like plant-based eating is giving him a secret edge. But it's not just about what he's putting into his body. It's also about what he's eliminating. By ditching those common dietary triggers, gluten, dairy, and processed sugar, he's essentially removing potential obstacles to his performance.
Exactly. It's like clearing the path for his body to function optimally. He's not weighed down by those inflammatory foods that can slow you down and sap your energy. And this mindful approach to his diet has had a ripple effect on the entire sporting world. More and more athletes are recognizing the benefits of plant-based eating and exploring these options for themselves.
It's like a paradigm shift is happening. We're seeing a growing number of athletes across various disciplines, from ultramarathoners to football players embracing veganism or plant-based diets. And they're not just doing it for ethical reasons, they're realizing that it can give them a competitive advantage.
It's becoming the new secret weapon in the world of sports. And Djokovic is undoubtedly a leading figure in this movement, inspiring countless athletes with his success and his unwavering advocacy for plant-based living.
It's not just about inspiring other athletes. His influence extends far beyond the world of professional sports. He's inspiring everyday people like you and me to make healthier choices and consider the impact of our diets on our well-being and the planet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's using his platform to promote veganism as more than just a diet. It's a lifestyle choice that aligns with his values of compassion, sustainability, and personal growth. He often talks about the importance of mindfulness, not just in what you eat, but in all aspects of life.
And speaking of mindfulness, let's talk about his amazing vegan restaurant, Evita. It's not just a place to grab a quick bite, it's a culinary experience that aims to elevate vegan cuisine to new heights.
Oh, totally. Evita is all about showcasing the diversity and artistry of plant-based food. They use locally sourced seasonal ingredients, and Djokovic has even collaborated with top chefs to create unique and innovative dishes that challenge any preconceived notions about what vegan food can be. It's like he's saying, hey, world vegan food can be gourmet, exciting, and utterly delicious.
Did you know we have a vegan search engine, a vegan forum, a vegan newsletter, and so much more coming soon? So why not check us out at Caavakushi.com.
Welcome back to Vegan Stuff with Caavakushi.
You know, I've always been a bit of a foodie myself, and I have to admit, even before going vegan, I was intrigued by the idea of high-end vegan dining. But it wasn't until I actually experienced it firsthand that I truly understood the potential, the creativity, the flavors, the presentation. It was all just so impressive.
I know exactly what you mean. It's like a whole new world of culinary possibilities opens up. And the best part is that you can indulge in these incredible meals knowing that you're not contributing to animal suffering or harming the planet.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for everyone.
And that's what I love about Djokovic's approach. He's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk. He's putting his money where his mouth is, so to speak, and creating tangible ways for people to experience the beauty and deliciousness of veganism. But it's not always been smooth sailing on his plant-based journey. Remember that period in 2018 when he had to incorporate some meat back into his diet after his elbow surgery?
Oh yeah, that sparked quite a bit of debate in the vegan community. Some people saw it as a betrayal of his principles, while others understood that it was a temporary measure for specific healing purposes.
Personally, I think it's important to remember that even elite athletes are human, and sometimes they need to make adjustments based on their individual circumstances. But what's important is that he was transparent about it and explained that it was a temporary deviation from his usual diet recommended by his doctors for optimal recovery.
And let's not forget that even during that time, he maintained a largely plant-based diet, only incorporating a small amount of meat for a limited period. It wasn't a complete return to his old eating habits.
Exactly. He was strategic and mindful, demonstrating that a balanced approach is key. And ultimately, he returned to his plant-based lifestyle once he had fully recovered.
It speaks to his commitment to his values. He prioritized his health in that moment, knowing that he could eventually return to his plant-based roots.
It's a good reminder that we don't have to be perfect to make a difference. We're all on a journey, and sometimes there are bumps in the road. But what matters is that we keep moving forward, stay true to our values, and continue to learn and grow along the way.
Absolutely. And one of the things that makes Djokovic's story so compelling is that it goes beyond personal health and athletic performance. He's deeply passionate about animal welfare and environmental sustainability.
Oh, totally. Remember that adorable campaign his foundation launched called Feed the Dog? It's such a simple yet powerful initiative that encourages people to share their leftover food with stray dogs. It's like he's saying, hey, even small acts of kindness can make a big difference.
It's a beautiful example of how he's using his platform to promote compassion and empathy for all living creatures. And it's a reminder that our choices have a ripple effect. By choosing a plant-based lifestyle, we're not just benefiting our own health, we're contributing to a more just and sustainable world.
It's like he's serving up a powerful message. Be kind to animals, be kind to the planet, and be kind to yourself. And that's a message we can all get behind right now.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to Vegan Stuff with Caavakushi for the final set of our deep dive into the plant-powered world of Novak Djokovic.
It's been an amazing journey so far, hasn't it?
It really has. We've explored how Djokovic's vegan lifestyle has not only transformed his health and performance, but also inspired countless others to consider the power of plant-based eating.
And now in this final part, we're going beyond the baseline to consider the broader implications of his journey. What does Djokovic's success tell us about the future of sports nutrition and our relationship with food?
It's a question worth pondering. For me, Djokovic's story is a powerful reminder that we're in the midst of a cultural shift, a reimagining of what's possible in sports and in life.
He's challenging those deeply ingrained assumptions about meat and athletic performance, and he's doing it on a global stage, winning Grand Slam titles and shattering records, all while fueling his body with plants.
It's like he's serving up a powerful message that resonates far beyond the tennis court. He's showing the world that you can be a champion, a force to be reckoned with while living a compassionate and sustainable lifestyle.
And that message is inspiring a new generation of athletes to embrace plant-based diets, not just for ethical reasons, but for peak performance. Imagine a future where plant-based nutrition is the norm in the sporting world.
That's a future I'd love to see. Imagine stadiums stocked with lentil burgers and quinoa bowls instead of hot dogs and nachos. And training tables piled high with colorful fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
We could see a whole new wave of athletes achieving unprecedented levels of health endurance and longevity.
And the benefits would extend far beyond the realm of sports. Imagine the positive impact on animal welfare, the environment, and global health if we shifted towards a more plant-centric food system.
It's a vision worth striving for, and Djokovic is leading the charge, proving that individual choices can make a collective difference.
You know, it's not just about professional athletes either. Everyday people are realizing that they too can benefit from incorporating more plant-based foods into their diets.
We're seeing a surge in interest in vegan and plant-based lifestyles as people become more aware of the health, environmental, and ethical implications of their food choices.
And it's not just about deprivation or restriction. It's about abundance, discovering new flavors and enjoying delicious and nourishing meals that align with your values.
There's a growing movement of people who are passionate about plant-based living, and it's exciting to see this movement gaining momentum.
Djokovic's story is a testament to the power of this movement. He is a shining example of how we can live in a way that benefits our health, the planet, and all its inhabitants.
He's showing us that we don't have to wait for governments or corporations to act. We can start by making conscious choices in our own lives, one meal at a time.
And those choices can have a ripple effect, inspiring others and creating a more compassionate and sustainable world.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Novak Djokovic's plant-powered world, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned.
We've seen how a plant-based diet has fueled his incredible success on the court.
We've explored his unwavering commitment to veganism and his advocacy for animal welfare and environmental sustainability.
And we've discussed the broader implications of his journey for the future of sports nutrition and our relationship with food.
But most importantly, we've been reminded that each of us has the power to make a difference.
Our choices matter. Whether it's choosing a plant-based meal, supporting a local vegan business, or simply spreading awareness about the benefits of a compassionate lifestyle, we can all contribute to creating a better world.
So what will you do to embrace a more plant-powered life?
That's a question for each of us to ponder. We hope this deep dive has inspired you to explore the possibilities and discover the incredible potential within yourself.
Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to go vegan overnight. Just start small, make gradual changes, and enjoy the journey.
And who knows, you might just surprise yourself with what you can achieve.
Thanks for joining us on Vegan Stuff with Caavakushi. We'll be back next week with another deep dive into the fascinating world of veganism. Until then, keep it leafy and keep exploring.
Did you know we have a vegan search engine, a vegan forum, a vegan newsletter, and so much more coming soon? So why not check us out at Caavakushi.com. Thanks for listening. We hope you liked this episode. If you did, we'd really appreciate it if you could give us 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening to this podcast on. Also, we would be so appreciative if you could just share this episode or this podcast with all your friends and family who are vegans or vegan friendly. We're also really excited because we are going to be launching something really cool pretty soon on the site, so keep an eye out for that. And we will see you really soon with a new episode.